I've been thinking about re-strategizing third service. I want only serious people in this class, sincerely speaking, for many reasons. And I'm sure you would agree with me if I give you my reasons. Information in third service, it's something people want to hear, but it's also for very serious-minded people. It's not casual information, just hear, feel good, and go home. No, I want people who are going to use it. I want people who will produce results from it. That's why people register for conferences. Who are the conference speakers? Is it not us? We are. But sometimes when something is free in church, there's a certain disposition, and I don't seem to appreciate it a lot. I love to give out information. I love to teach. I love to see people grow. But I detest unseriousness with a passion. You understand that? So if you have spent 30 years learning, practicing, and bearing fruit with certain principles you know work, and you teach these things globally, you don't want to see people take these things casually when you're teaching. I'm sure you would excuse me if I'm very strict in a class like this. Please, attend first service and second service. It's fine. Those two services can gladly accommodate any kind of person and everyone. But third service is our leadership and economic development service. It's not for casual attendance. It's not for mere wishers. It's for serious-minded people. Because I'm doing my best to make sure that value is added. And you cannot do your best to discourage that value. Doctor, am I speaking well? I am, right? My colleague, academic colleague, doctor. What's your name again? What's your name? Oh, Martha Hussein, nice to meet you. You're not our colleague, you know, right? Martha, I'm just messing with you. Tell me when you're ready for me to start. This is how this class is. It's serious. If you don't have a note, leave this class. Oh. Hey, call her for me. Come. Yeah, your face is fresh, so I'm not going to send you out of the class. Get me a note for her. Huh? Do you have a notebook? I can give you one. Okay. Awesome. So get me like 5 notes, protocol. I think I have some in the Welcome Center. 5 notebooks. Just get me like 5 notebooks. I do not want to smile today. Testimony. When I'm done with you, you share your testimony. Okay, people, welcome. And today I want to teach on international behavior. Oh, yes, ma'am.
They are, and they take it seriously.
Okay, please say that again. I think some people want to hear what you're saying.
I say why I am here, I attend the third service, is that I take every sermon, every information that comes from the pastor's mouth, even in first service, and I spend part of my time when I go home to text it to my children, because where they are, at times going to church, at times it's not so much as we find it easy here. So that
Ma,
is why
I really, really appreciate you. This woman here is one of the most committed members of this church. She attends 3 services. Yes. Yes. Sincerely, I really appreciate that. She has children in how many countries? 2 countries, right? Yeah. So some are in the UK and the other one, is that Finland? Poland and Poland. So she takes the notes in the services, and when she goes back home, she writes them out properly and sends them to her children. I have already promised her that in a couple of days when I'm in London, I want to catch up with her daughter. Yeah, just because of her. Just because of her. Yes. That's commitment. Don't be doing things anyhow. See, I didn't get here by doing things anyhow. I'm teaching you what has worked for me. And you're either going to like it or you're going to like it. You have to. And I want to put you in that attitude. Because those who are not serious don't make progress in their lives. I spoke at a conference in 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐿 yesterday. My life is very interesting. So I hit 𝐕𝐢𝐝 early, left early, got to 𝐕𝐢𝐝, spoke at the conference. And when I was getting ready to leave, one of the guys in the conference meets me outside, shakes hands with me, introduces himself. Apparently, he was amongst the organizers of the conference. And he told me that several years ago, he used to come to 3rd service in Honeystreams, and he started recounting the things that he learned and thanking me for what he had become because of the things he learned. Even to the smallest details. He said he learned how to wear a suit in Honeystreams. He told me that. In 3rd service. He said he learned how to wear a suit in 3rd service. Listen, the top is not for people who behave anyhow. Come to terms with it. Come to terms with it. If you had a meeting with the president, you don't walk in casually. If you're meeting the Pope, they'll give you the do's and do nots. You don't stretch your hand to the Pope unless he stretches his hands. There are protocols. Don't be anyhow. And when they give you instructions, don't feel that you're being pushed around. No, follow through. That's how you build the competence, the expertise, and the acceptability for the places you want to walk in. If you don't have a picture on your mind of where you want to operate, who you want to be, what you want to do, you're going to struggle with these things. It's easy for me to embrace protocols because my eyes are always somewhere I believe God wants to take me, and I agree I want to go to. When we teach dining etiquette, some things, beg, this thing, da. No. You're going to sit with leaders. And it's not only until you leave the country. There are high-level meetings even within the country where your dining skills must come to bear. Matthew Ashmolowo lives in London, and he's lived in London for maybe over 40 years now or something. Yeah, I think well over 40 years. Several years ago, while living in London, was invited for maybe breakfast or lunch or dinner or so with the Queen when she was alive. And the man who lives in the United Kingdom, he said he went and enrolled for a dining etiquette class because he did not want to take anything for granted. He went and enrolled just to have updated knowledge and make sure he is on point while dining with the Queen. While dining with the Queen. That's a man who has traveled everywhere around the world, spoken everywhere around the world, and he's invited to dine with the Queen, and he does not want anything to be amiss. Open your eyes, pay attention. Open your ears, listen, make observations, make changes, make adjustments. Make adjustments. Unless you don't believe that things are going to change for you. Unless you don't believe that one day you're going to be in high-level board meetings. Unless you don't believe that one day you will be in the list of people making decisions for certain sectors and certain economies. But if you believe it, pay attention. Pay attention. When something is said, try to take it in. Don't wear a striped shirt and a striped tie. It may sound common, but pay attention to it. It will help you. You can't have a patterned shirt and a patterned tie at the same time. No. Up there, it's not acceptable. Your belt and your shoes, same color. Don't wear a pink belt on white shoes. For guys especially. When people dress and it looks good, try to find out what they did. That's how learning happens. Observe, 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 observe. In the course of time, you would know how to combine colors, how to use things. Wear purple trouser and red shirt. Samuel, I don't even know why you're laughing at me now. Okay, let's run. International behavior. There are many things that can help you develop international behavior. Like I said, this is an abridged version of this course. Maybe I might take it again in full sometime, maybe not. But number one, your mentality. Your mentality must be right. For your mentality to be right, you need intentional and selective exposure to relevant information. That's how you build the framework of your mindset. When you hear mindset, mindset is a software that runs on information. It runs on information. Let me also say this, that I've seen people who struggle with adjusting their mindset. They like to hold on to how they've been, because when you're trying to change their mind, it looks like you're trying to take their lives away from them. Don't be like that. So they can live in America and not make any meaningful improvements in their lives. They can dwell in London 10 years and not make any meaningful improvement in their lives. But there are people that go to Lagos, just Lagos, live there 3 years. The next time you see them, they are polished. It's the disposition of the mind. You must be intentional if you want your mind to change. That's how I am. So when I'm in a place that is a stimulating environment, a stimulating environment can be maybe certain people, can be another country, can be some kinds of settings. I'm interested in knowing how things work, and I am willing to adjust my thinking to accommodate what is considered as global best practices. Don't remain local and primitive when you have opportunities to be with people who are exposed, enlightened, or to be in places like that. Don't lock your mind. Don't lock your mind. We are mature enough to know how to sieve. It's not everything that we take in. Do you understand? Oh, I've lived in the United States. You don't swallow everything. There are things that don't line up with our values. You throw them away. But there are many other things. There are many other things that are useful, that can help you polish up. You need to be polished. You need to be polished. So your mindset is selective, intentional, and selective exposure to relevant information. Who didn't come with the notes today? You did not come with the writing material. I'm going to give 3 people, and that is for your sincerity. That is for you. I saw one hand here. No. I'm not giving you. I'm going to give the ladies. Oh, were you the one I promised one? And who did you go to get? Oh, okay. Yes, I'm going to give you one. Who else didn't come with a note? Ruben. Why? Best. Why? Take your time. There's a lady beside you. Should I give you or give her? Because you said I should give her, I'm going to give you one. You see, love always works. Do I have more? Can you give me 3 more? Just 3 more. Give me 3 more. Alfred, is that you? Testimony, why don't you have a notebook? That's my question. You're using a notepad. You're using a notepad, okay? Justina, why don't you have a notebook? You can't be wearing that kind of glasses and not have notebook. If you want a notebook, I'm going to take the glasses from you and sell them. Who else doesn't have? Merit. And your name is Merit. Merit. No. Let's continue. Our time is running out. I have 3 coming, and I'm going to think of how to give them. You. The lady behind. Miasa Bakida Takada. They won't hear, don't worry. Just you and I. Kinche me?
Na da shi wanda sun daka.
Oh, na gane yanzu. Where were we? Do you know what language that is? Huh? Who understands Hausa here? Where are Hausa? The Gaina. You better answer these questions now, or else. Mekache. Are you looking for Google? Who else said he understands Hausa? Give it to that guy. I'll know whether I'm going to give him a note. Depending on what he says right now, just hold it. I'm going to tell you who to give. Give Ruben one, Mr. Ruben. Kache kana jin Hausa?
Sosai.
Daga ina?
Idan Kaduna ne.
Daidai ina Kaduna.
Idan Malali ne.
What? Kariya ne.
Bana kariya haka.
Haina Malali.
Idan Angwangodo.
Angwangodo? Kasan Malali village? Kasan Federal Government College Kaduna?
Sosai.
Makaranta na kenan fa.
Na sani.
Ka sani. Okay, give that guy one note. Give him. He knows what's up. Interestingly, he lived in the same place where my school was, where my secondary school was. So, just for being a neighbor in my school environment, you have one. You have one. You don't need any other explanation. Zona. You're good. Amen. Shall we run? Okay, there's one more. Give it to Chisom. He's my guy. Just give it to him. Just because he's my guy, that's all. All right. International behavior. And I said, number 1, mentality. I said there must be an intentional and selective exposure to relevant information. And I said, when you're in a stimulating environment, observe, make adjustments, see how things are done, see how people carry themselves. And every detail that we teach here will help you. For example, sometimes we talk about the 4 professional colors for suits. So you're going to attend a formal meeting and all of that. It has to stay within these 4 colors, navy blue, black, gray, charcoal brown. You can stay there. You can stay there. If you don't know what to do with a navy blue suit, just in case you're not very, very sure, you can use a white shirt or a sky blue shirt. I mean, it's not like there are other shirts that don't go, but you'll be safe if you stay there with a red tie. A white shirt, navy blue suit, and it's either black shoes or brown shoes. Brown shoes have a way of giving it a spark, but black shoes also go. Do you understand? Just some basics. So when you come out, you're sharp. Make sure the suit is not wearing you. It's you that is wearing the suit. Somebody heard that? Okay, let's move to the next one. You need to adjust your personality. Number 2, adjust your personality. In marketing psychology, we learn that people first buy into your person before they buy into your product. So some people have made a profession of being shabby. I like to be intentional in my dressing, even when it's casual. Don't just pick anything and throw it. Don't just, I don't know about your status and where you are. But I've had some of the most wonderful experiences in my life. Because when you think, I'm just strolling from point A to point B, you might meet the kinds of people you never imagined you would see just strolling for 20 meters. So even when it's casual, make sure it is proper. Make sure it is proper. Proper casual. Your personality can either sell you or downsell you. Also, psychology teaches us that people form their opinions and prejudices about you based on how they observe you from a distance. You can say that's unfair. Okay, but that's how life is. Life isn't necessarily fair. So you have to prepare yourself so that you don't get on the wrong side of people's assessments. What are the building blocks of a positive attitude? Let me tell you some things I've learned. It is said that people have a way of gravitating towards those who act like something nice is happening in their lives. That's powerful. Think about it. And yes, it's true. People have a way of gravitating towards people who behave like something good is happening in their lives. You can't wear a long face every day. Because you don't have money, because your bank balance is 5,279 naira 20 kobo, you're not going to smile again. Your iPhone screen just broke, and so your smile is also broken. Your facial expression is broken. You can't live like that. People want to relate with people who act like something good is happening in their lives. So you can train yourself to have a smile. Research has shown that you need just about, 9 muscles or so to smile? And you need how many to frown? I think 60 something. It's harder work to frown than it is to smile. You may have frowned for so long that your face is cast in stone like that. But train yourself. Look in the mirror. Do something. Do something. Train yourself until you feel comfortable with smiling. Now, there are things that people look out for. We were discussing yesterday. We're not going to tell all, but some of the things. That when you see someone, that one was for ladies, right? That when you see a lady, the first thing you notice is their eyes, right? Then their smile, and then, of course, their physique, right? Now, but generally, it is also said that when you see someone, that you notice someone's shoes before you notice their face. My, oh my. Yes. We take little things for granted. But these things matter. These things matter. So, well, building blocks for a pleasant attitude, I said, act like something good is happening in your life. Social etiquette, have good social etiquette skills. This is a course on its own. But good social etiquette skills, conversation etiquette. You have to know how to talk when you're talking to people in public. When someone is speaking, you give them room to speak. Don't interject. Don't interrupt every time someone is speaking. Give them some room. You would find a window you can jump in. And don't talk for too long when you have a window. Make your point and leave room for others to speak. That's how to speak. Don't try to dominate the conversation. Did somebody hear that? Train yourself. You'll get it. So that you are an excellent conversationalist. So there's what's called conversation etiquette. I'm giving you an assignment now because the next time I take this class, I'm going to probably ask you to give me feedback on this assignment. There's conversation etiquette. Go and research on conversation etiquette. There's phone answering etiquette. So you just get this call, you don't have the number, and you pick it up and say, yes, who it is? Who it is? Who it is? What? And then I say something like, oh, I'm sorry, ma. My name is Akomaye Ugar. Please, may I speak to... Daddy! Oh. But you don't have to answer anybody else like that. It's wrong. And it's amazing how sometimes people in certain positions just want to surprise you with a call. Yes. And that's the wrong time to disappoint them. I met a young lady, for example, recently on a flight from Abuja into Uyo. So I flew from Abuja to Uyo. She sat beside me. We had gone really far on the flight. And then one thing led to another, and she knew my name. She looked at me again and said, Honeystreams. I said, no, but I've been told I look like the pastor. Oh, I see. She said she had spent some time in Calabar. Then I smiled. And then she mentioned the name of the pastor of Honeystreams. I said, yes, I know him. People say we look alike. I said, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, you really look like him because I spent some time in Calabar and I know about Honeystreams and da. I smiled. I eventually said, I am he. And she was ecstatic. A couple of days later, I called her. She works in Abuja. I called her. And I just called to check up on you. She was very excited. What's my point? Someone can surprise you with a call. It can be the governor. Yes. And it's not strange. These things happen all the time. So you meet him in a conference or something and probably exchange contacts, and you think he's not going to take the contact seriously. And 1 month later, he calls you up. That's not when you want your bad behavior to be online. So you chance the governor, who be this? Talk. Can't you talk? Please, I don't have time to waste. Then you finish ranting and saying, oh, then he says, my name is Senator Basio too. Yay! In some cases, you have lost that opportunity. Now, let me tell you this. It is said you don't have a second opportunity to correct a poor first impression. That's why you must train yourself for all time. You do not have a second opportunity to correct a poor first impression. A poor first impression. So there's phone answering etiquette. There's dining etiquette. I've done these trainings over and over. Dining etiquette. Because one day you're going to be dining with people who matter and they are going to observe how you eat. Can I tell you one thing about dining etiquette? It is said that people usually, in professional settings, that people usually measure or make assumptions of your professional competence based on how you, or based on your professional etiquette skills. Let me rephrase that. So people attempt to measure your professional competence on your job. So Engineer Joseph is an engineer. So imagine how he's going to be judged in his engineering by his eating. It sounds unfair. But you know, there's this thing that if he was really an important engineer, come on, he will know these things. It means he's well-traveled. It means he's well-behaved. So people use your behavior to make unfair assumptions of your professionalism. That's why everything must be intact. So there's restaurant etiquette, there's dining etiquette, and oh gosh, I don't want to get distracted because I just want to give you the pointed characteristics of international behavior. But these are some things you need to learn. In a restaurant, for example, you don't start eating until everybody is served. Everyone on your table. So yours has come. Boy, you just start eating. No, you must wait. So I was in New York catching up with a friend, not in my area where I live. I think this was in Queens. I was catching up with a friend. This man, I think we had talked, a friend connected us, but it was the first time we were seeing. So he wanted us to meet in some restaurant and have breakfast. So I got served first, and I think they mixed up his order, and so he made a new order. So while I'm waiting, and I had tea in my order, and I knew it was going to get cold, and this was, I think it was winter, you know, so the tea will easily get cold. So I had to excuse myself. I excused myself to start eating. You see, that's part of etiquette. I didn't just start eating. No, I had to mention it. I had to mention it that, oh, I need to start eating because and that's it. So, but on a good day, you wait for everyone to be served. But if you're terribly hungry and you have the kind of confidence that I have, you can go on and say, hey guys, I'm starving. I hope you don't mind if I get started. Everyone laughs, but they urge you on. And voila, oh boy, you need to be alive. Eat. But that shows that you know what's obtainable and you're being respectful about it. That's why you need to learn etiquette. In maybe August or September, I'm going to have an etiquette class that has dining etiquette, restaurant etiquette, conversation etiquette, all these etiquette, phone answering etiquette. You can get ready to attend it. Also, in September, I'm going to have a public speaking training. I've not had one for some time. The only ones that run now are the executive ones, but I'm going to have that general one to where people can be a part of. Your dress sense is also part of your personality, your dress sense. And I have talked a bit about your dress sense, how you must observe. See, don't be too complicated. Don't try to wear every accessory. Sometimes it is said that, how is it put? Is it that simplicity is unique or something? There is some saying, So you don't have to look complicated to be sophisticated. You just need the right things in the right places. And with proper exposure to how people dress properly, you can do better. You can do better. Then there's something about attraction and repulsion, right? There is the prey and predator principle in animal psychology. So let me just mention this for just a pinch and run off. In animal psychology, it is said that the prey and the predator interact on the basis of fear and confidence, right? So you find a cheetah. A cheetah is a smaller animal, and it's chasing a giraffe or chasing a zebra, something a lot bigger than it, right? Bigger than it. The lion And even the tiger, sometimes they are chasing the elephant, or they are chasing something a lot bigger, a buffalo or something. What do you think really makes the prey, and the predator, the predator? It's not just the power that they have. It is said that animals can sense fear from a long way off. So primarily, the prey in a prey-predator scenario is first determined by fear. Have you also watched documentaries where that animal will stand up to a lion and the lion will advise itself and back off? Yes. So there are scenarios like that where the animal that is usually the prey stands up to the lion, and the lion tries 1, 2, 3 times, and the lion says, man, this guy, some other time. Yeah, so you need to wear confidence in your personality. It makes you attractive. It makes you attractive. Being confident is not being forceful. It's not being pushy. It's not being, just confidence. Your heart is beating, but you can meet the president. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're scared, but you're doing it confidently. I dare say your walk steps also make a part of your personality. That's how you walk, and you would discourage people who want to relate with you. I kid you not. Posture is a very big part of physical health education. Posture. That's why at the lower levels of physical health education, you're taught how to stand, how to walk. Now, I don't know who has attended my finishing school before. In a finishing school, professionally, you see that royalty are taught how to walk, how to wave, how to sit. So they will usually sit alike because they go through finishing schools. They go through finishing schools. Prince Harry does not bounce like that, or the King of England. No, they all have a way they comport themselves, how they walk, how they wave. They don't wave like that. They're either going to, or, shh. They are taught on how to carry themselves, how to sit, they always sit in a certain way, how to pick things from the ground. You don't pick like that. No. You come close to what has dropped. That's how you pick it. And even in hotels and professional settings, if this was a pen and you were giving a guest a pen, in proper hotels, Sankara, no. Apologies. Apologies. Because this is online. Apologies. Okay, so let me rephrase what I wanted to say. So in professional settings and hotels, even the stewards, the servitors, the janitors, all of these people are trained. You don't give a pen like this. No. If the pen was either in a small plate designed to carry it or in a pen case, you flip open. Oh yeah, that's how to do it. See, you say you want the soft life. I'm teaching you now. All right, so how you walk matters a lot, and train yourself. Train your posture. Train your posture. Yeah, train your posture. Finishing school, attend it, and we will talk more. Social flexibility. Develop an ease. That's my number 4. That's my number 3. No, that's my number 3. Yeah. The other things you mentioned were all under Personality. Everything I said before now, we're all under personality. Social flexibility, number 3. Social flexibility. Develop an ease of connecting and interacting with people. Develop an ease of connecting and don't avoid people. Don't shy away from people. Systematic shying away. You know how you are in public, you act like you're there, but you're not there. You avoid opportunities to either answer questions, to say something, to be seen, to meet someone. You are dodgy. You know, it's always obvious. No matter how you do it, people will see it and people will know it. People will see it and people will know it. So social flexibility is very important. And I wish I could stay here till the end of this discourse. That's where many people fail. You act like you don't qualify to be in certain spaces when you do not know how to socialize professionally. I'm not talking of being loud, noisy. I'm not talking of becoming a nuisance in a space because you want to be seen, heard. No, it's not that. But when you meet people, are you happy to meet them? Do you even act like you're happy to meet people? Truly great men love to meet people. That's one thing you'll find. That people, truly great men, love to meet people. Because in the higher school of life, every man is an opportunity for something. Every man you meet. And I wish I could stress this. Number 4, culture adaptability. Study the culture where you find yourself. Take note of its pros and cons and adapt accordingly. I can spend the whole day telling you about this. In the early years of my international travel, I went 90% of the time to the United States. And I learned a lot. I've shared some of those stories here in church at one time or another about the culture because I spent a lot of time with the whites. Some of my closest friends are white, you know. So in the early years of traveling there, I spent time with them. Oh, God. I learned a lot. As a matter of fact, from my first day, I remember the meeting where I told you that John Maxwell spoke, and then me. Did you ever hear me tell that story? Okay, so we were training the staff of this organization, and I'd been picked up from the airport. We came straight, drove 2 hours to Evansville. John Maxwell is on the screen speaking, and I was going to go up next. I'm tired. I flew from Nigeria, flew into Germany, waited in the airport in Frankfurt, maybe like 4 hours or 5, caught a long flight to Philadelphia, flew from Philadelphia to Indianapolis, then drove from Indianapolis 2 hours to Evansville. It was long. I was tired, jet lag. So I get to Evansville and they drove me straight to the meeting. And I sit on a chair. I want to demonstrate this so you see. So I sit on this chair and I sat like this. I was tired, sleepy, stressed, jet lagged. And I'm like this. I'm in between sleeping and waking up, but this was exactly my posture, like that. Just I was fagged out. So, well, it was my turn to speak. I spoke well. They loved it. But trust my friend, Pastor Pam. May the Lord bless Pastor Pam. Pastor Pam is white. She's been to this church a couple of times. So Pastor Pam found a very good occasion. She will always tell me. A very good occasion. I said, Pastor Eke, I'll tell you what. When you came to that meeting, now I'll tell you this is America and body language is everything. You simply told us in that meeting that you would rather be anywhere else but that meeting. With the way you sat, then I said, Pastor Pam, I traveled all this number of hours. I was stressed. I was tired. I imagined that the people on the side, da 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 da. Well, this is America. People will read your body language. Body language is everything. As a matter of fact, in America, body language is a course. A course. So, fast forward several years later when I went and lived in America, it was very easy because I had learnt, I'd adapted to the culture and several other things that I learned. Let me tell you just one more. I was in Evansville, that same city, I think another time. And Richard, you know Richard Brown is our very good friend. As a matter of fact, Richard and Pam were the ones that facilitated, and Ubi were the ones that facilitated my first visit to the United States several years ago, 15 years ago. So they're my people, my go-to people. Pam taught me how to shop. Oh man, you can't beat me shopping. You can't. Even the woman of God cannot match my shopping prowess. When I want to stay in that shopping mall 3 hours, 4 hours, she's already tired. It is true. So I love to shop. Anyways, but Pam taught me how to shop deals. Man. Okay, so back to the point. So Richard has a son, and his name is Benjamin. That's their only child, and he's grown. So Benjamin has a friend, a girlfriend. Her name is, I think Roxanne or something was her name. And I had met her on a previous trip. So Pam takes me to JCPenney's to shop. And I'm shopping, and who do I find? Roxanne. And so, hey, we hug, and I hold her in the Nigerian manner of holding a friend or an acquaintance. And we're walking in the shopping mall, and we're gisting. Pam is there with me. She's watching us from a distance. And she notices this guy in the shop who's like, oh. Now, who was this guy? This guy attended a church I had spoken at before. He knew me, knew I was married. In American context, when you hold a lady like that, who is not your mother, who's not your sister, she is going to have to be your girlfriend or lover. So this guy is like, I know that guy. That's Pastor 𝐴𝐴. Oh. And he felt he had seen something. You understand that kind of thing? So Pam, my guardian angel, is watching the entire thing. So Pam goes to him. I didn't know. I was still busy with Roxanne. We're gisting and talking and looking at stuff that I went to buy. Pam now comes to the guy and says, do you know Pastor 𝐴𝐴? He said, yes, I know. He's spoken at our church. Da, da, da. Pam says, I know what you're thinking. And explains to him that Pastor 𝐴𝐴 is from Nigeria. In Nigeria, when you're friends with someone, whether it's guys or girls, you can either hold their hand and walk and talk, or you can put your hand on their shoulder and talk, and it means nothing. Guys, if you go out to the street, you can find two guys just holding hands, or maybe one person's hand. If you do that in America, two guys, that means you're gay. Oh yes, I'm teaching you culture. In America, if you do that, it means these two people are gay. And so if a married man does that with a single lady, and they are talking and chatting like that, and there's no biological relationship or some kind of relationship, the assumption is that, oh, he's run off with a girl. So the guy thanked Pastor Pam and said, thank God you told me something. Because he had already concluded. So you see, the hard lessons that we learn, culture-wise. Are you learning something? So in every climb, there's a culture. Don't just enter. Open your eyes. Know how things are done. That's why Paul said in Rome, behave how the Romans behave. Because you must observe and know how to position yourself aright. Next, upscale. I think I should just stop. I have a couple. Can I stop? Yes. How many more? Okay. Upscale to international standard. Upscale to international standard in skill and global best practices. Oh, I love it here. If I stay here, I'm going to continue, but I mean, that's how far. Upscale to international standard in skill and global best practices. I won't take the next one, but I'm going to tell you something you must never forget all the days of your life. You don't have to know how to speak like an American or British. The accent is not important. Even though people learn accents professionally, and those who want to learn is fine. I mean, if you do it professionally, it's fine. If you're influenced, maybe you work in an environment where it's British or Americans, and based on interactions, consistent interactions, you pick it, it's fine. If you've lived there and you pick it, it's fine. Just make sure it's original, right? But that's not my concern right now. My concern is train your English. Your enunciations must be right. How do you pronounce? Leave the accent out of it. Just train yourself on how to pronounce words right. Because my next point was to develop an international accent. I didn't say an American accent or a British accent. No, an international accent. Just train yourself to call words right. There are some words that have okay. It's a baby. All right. So there are some words that have sunk deep into people's subconscious. And I tried to give examples the other day. Envelope, not envelope. Change it. Be conscious. Change it. It's possible that where you grew up, that's how things are pronounced. No problem. But now we expect you to know better and to do better. And one thing you can do, look for people who speak very well. Just get their audios or videos and mirror them. I am going to London tomorrow. Pause. I am going to London tomorrow. Rewind. I am going to London tomorrow. Pause. I am going to London tomorrow. I am really thirsty. Pause. I am really thirsty. You can even go to the mirror. I am really thirsty. Do you understand? It sounds like a joke, but that's one of the most powerful ways to develop your ability to pronounce words. So that you don't go to where serious-minded people are and people begin to wonder what you're saying. We all can learn it. It's not too hard. And just look for people that have that international accent. Like I said, it doesn't have to be American or British. No. It doesn't necessarily have to be, unless that's what you want. But just look for people who speak right, who pronounce words well. Give me an example of a word that people pronounce wrong. I have a whole class. I'm going to take creativity segment. I'm going to take a month where I'm going to come out and I want to talk about English words. There's this craziness about adding R in everything just to sound like you're from somewhere. There's no R in God. Guard. Oh, guard. If you can't see a word on your mind, you're very likely to pronounce it wrong in your tongue. And it's just to train your mind, where you see G-O-D and then you're saying God, not guard. And you see, some people have a tongue. Like Lord. Some people say lot. Oh, my lot. Now, don't feel embarrassed when you find out that you have a certain thing to your tongue. Don't feel embarrassed. And that's what I'm showing you today. Don't feel embarrassed. Rather, acknowledge it and then work out a plan. Work out a plan. Do you get? That's how we grow. Another word. Huh? What? Okay, I can't even hear you. Oh, Regina. Oh, okay. I mean, well, if someone tells you their name is Regina, better call them what they have said you should call them. Just call them what they say you should call them. Yeah, I mean, there are several names and words that... Okay, another one. There's nothing like fake. He's going to have that fake. Now, so let me tell you the truth. Depending on what part of the world you come from, sometimes there's a challenge with the R. Because our words, especially the native words, the tongue is not is not trained to acknowledge and pronounce the R like it should, right? Now, in the United States, we acknowledge R's a lot. And I can bet you that if you're Nigerian or you're from someplace and you've not already had that training, you have to have it. And don't feel embarrassed, like I said. Just train yourself. A fork, some people cannot say a fork because it's easy for them to say fake. But it's not like fake. There's not like fake. There's really nothing like that. You can even use Google. Search the word and listen to how it's pronounced and just train yourself. It's not going to happen overnight or in 1 month or in 6 months or in 1 year, but you will find yourself improving. And then, like I said, don't focus on the accent, like an American accent or a British accent. Just what I like to call international accent. Just speak in a way that the word is pronounced correctly and you sound in a manner that anybody can hear you and understand you. That's where to start. Anything else can build on top of it. Because I've seen people who went for American accent and their English was even wrong. Hello, my brother. Did you hear that? So the person has not worked on their accent where they pronounce brother as brother. My brother. Then now you want to add an accent to it. So he now says, oh, my brother, I just came back from Lakers. Oh, my God. The focus should be pronouncing Lagos as Lagos. First of all, not adding an accent. That's the end of this class. So we shall continue. Shall we rise? Did you learn something today? Are you going to do something about it? Very important. Go back and browse. There are things on YouTube. There are materials on YouTube. Yes, there are materials on YouTube. Go to YouTube. You can search for videos on maybe proper English, proper this, proper that. You will find a lot of resources. I bet you, if you stay with those resources consistently for a number of months, you will improve. You will improve. I spoke at a conference one time where this man was invited. The man was a retired something, but he was also there, and I think he had a few minutes to just say something. That man had one of the finest British accents I have ever heard. Oh, I know British accent when I hear it. He was fine, polished. He spoke it with ease, with finesse, grace. Guess where he learned it? There's a BBC program that teaches English. And several years before, he would stay with that program consistently. So, this was an old man. And his English was so sweet, fine, beautiful. You just loved it when you heard him speak. And where did he learn? He learned it by following that BBC English program. If you're committed to improving, you will. You will. You will. You will. Okay. I'm sure you have a good offering, right? Don't you have? I trust you. I trust you. If you have your offering, lift it up. Father, we thank you for the opportunity to give. If you're doing a transfer, you can do a transfer. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord cause his face to shine on you. I pray that these things will work for you and that you will see a difference in your life in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. The offerings are blessed.